I don't always like videos, but when I do, I always prefer Roth.Crypto. Trade wisely, my friends.
Double up, double up. Yeah. Double up, double up, double up. The money I color, 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 color. Double up, double up, double up. The money I color, 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 color. 2 turns of 4, 4 turns of 8. Sleep and get paid. Rich when I wait. I bet the bank. I set the pace. Yes, what I make. That's what I make. Counting pockets, that's a trending topic. You got this and you got that, but got no spending options. I keep quiet, but still get it rocking. I keep quiet with it in my pocket. I keep quiet, moving stuff for silent. Double up, double up, double up. The money I color, 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 color. Double up, double up, double up. The money I color, 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 color. I swear God been blessing me. You think you been testing me? Don't mean lemons, watch lemon squeeze. Pieces been my recipe. You buy watch and bust them down. Mine is my investment piece. Heard your mixes drowning out. You need to call Trevor, please. I don't fold, I don't fear. Pearly whites, no veneers. Keep it clean, check it's clear. Water clear, P is clear. See the light, you go dear. See the light, I go near. Let me shine, watch me shine. I'ma shine, vision clear. Double up, double up, double up. The money I color, 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 color. Double up, double up, double up. The money I color, 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 color. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on hold. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on gold. Cash digital, digital, digital. The dash digital, go, go, go. Digital, 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 digital. The cash digital, digital. The dash digital, run it up. Digital, 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 digital. Stepping like Marty McFly, stepping I feel like the guy. I get them looking like why, I never doubted me why, I never doubted my guys. You know you in it for win, I stand on 10, you on 10. I don't have friends of a friend, only the fan of the kin. Only my wife and my kids, that's all I needed to win. Now I only trust my true friends, had to cut off my loose ends. You know I win if you win, you know you win if I win. I swipe that cash, don't fold, I swipe my bank on gold. Don't think that I've been dumb, I spend like I've been broke. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on hold. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on gold. Cash digital, digital, digital. The dash digital, go, go, go. Digital, 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 digital. The cash digital, digital. The dash digital, run it up. Digital, 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 digital. Living my truth, no tricks. I'm just trying to feed my kids. I'm just trying to keep my wife. I'm just trying to live my life while we get rich. Mind my biz. Money gon' come, some go. Man, if you know, you know. I've been through highs and lows.
Check 1 2 1 2.
I go slide and roll. Up and down, but I get up. The numbers crunching, no sit-ups. I grew up and got dripped up. Purple label, my get up. That's 101, not a one and done. Month to month, and there's more to come. I told Cushy, let's run it up. Now it's millions on millions. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on hold. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on gold. Cash digital, digital, digital. The dash digital, go, go, go. Digital, 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 digital. The cash digital, digital, the dash digital. Run it up. Digital, 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 digital.
Damn, feeling lucky. How about most streets? Us two in these streets. Diamonds in my feet, caught up in these talks, circling my head top. Should've been more cautious. Now I got what I wanted. Many I've been here before, made it out of 11 more. Like my phone CoinEx, so I can't stop. I want it all. Listen up, I'm calling you. I need you to tell the truth. Remember when you wanted to. Remember that I said was you.
Greetings. And a 5 and a 4.
Turn that, eat your greens.
Hello.
When you fight, but you do.
Here we go. You guys, I tell you. Welcome to Late Night Crypto with Road Dog. My name is Lane. I am the Village Road Dog today, the Village Idiot on patrol here, taking a look at the market. Adjusting my last minute settings here. Whew. This market, right? Am I right? Am I right? There's the culprit right there. I found ya. So welcome, a shout out to everybody that's hanging out here with me. Say hello to everybody. As soon as I can find you. I've got Bracky's Adventures hanging out with me. Mr. Miles, how's it going, Mr. Miles? In the moment, and some lurkers out there, which is A-okay by me. Lurk away, my friends. Late night, but it's not even 8 p.m. on the West Coast. I know, that's a conundrum. That was an issue. It is almost 11 p.m. my time. And I'd like to do this at 10, but then back home where I'm from, it's just 9 o'clock. And I'm like, that's not late night. But yet, if I stay up past midnight on my side, man, I don't go to bed before the sun rises. We used to be the best coast, but that's no more, says Mr. Miles. EMG Motorsports, how's it going, man? Almost 1 p.m. there. Wow, lunchtime. It is a small world that we are connected in. I like that. That is so cool. We just keep it from going to war. Jeez. Well, take a look at Bitcoin. And I'm here on the 15-minute time frame because, I don't know. She just ain't looking so hot for me right now. I've been following the 6-minute. This is just what I do when I'm bored. I plan on the bigger time frames, but I'll watch it. And this is what I've just been seeing for this whole time. It's just Lucy sitting up here up the top. That's the 666 moving average here. Our little Lucy girl, Lucifer. Yep. Right. That is her. She likes to take price and just knock it down because she's mean. And she's feeling a little salty because, well, she's underneath the 800 moving average, and Lucy don't like to be underneath nobody. She wants to be on top. I mean, that's her preferred position in all of this. She wants to always be on top. Always. But she don't always get her way. Just, man, we say, when in doubt, zoom out, right? Well, that helps us a little bit. It goes back to our thesis, and I've got it on several charts spelled out what I'm looking at. Basically, a channel that we come back and tested, and maybe coming back to retest it again, but what if we break back into the channel? Well, that kind of sucks. And we wicked into it before, but I mean, we can't close a candle, open a candle below it. Not so good. You can probably see it a little bit better right over here. So here we are, the daily for Bitcoin, man. We got several trend lines. Following this one that was mostly, you can see it better in smaller time frames, but it is valid and mostly following the wicks here. That's just an area that's going to give us some resistance if we ever, come back up there. Right now we can, kind of put that idea aside. Let's erase him right now. We'll carry that on up there just to have something. I initially was looking for us to maybe even come back up and tap that trend line as a possibility, or at least come up to the area where we broke out of it, which we did. Right up here, 67,000, and got rejected as, it was that we had the probability of happening. There's two schools of thought here. No, actually, I guess there's three. There's mine, and then there's the Wyckoff people, and then there's the bears. They're seeing this as a triple top or a head and shoulders or any kind of top, and it could be. I mean, when I zoom out with Bitcoin, let me turn all these crazy moving averages off here. And I like to take a swing high to swing low in the Fibonacci's here. And the 618 is the biggest thing I'm looking at. Man, we went far above that one. And that area comes at 48,000 right there. That's a place we could come back to. It is possible. Go swing low to swing high. And tell me where I need to buy. But to freak out if I told you it's at 37,000 was the 618 for that move. Here's what I'm looking for though. You'll notice when I pull Fibonacci's that I say if we ever get a bounce off the 236 area, look for a nice big move. Well, that Fibonacci area is coming in just right under 60,000, 59,995 on this particular chart, the way that I drew it. I'm going to, gosh darn it. I got all these price labels over here. I just feel my screen just feels so cluttered. But they're just areas that we, could look at, need to look at, consider here. I mean, we've already met the one that, was spelled out several days ago, 63,284-ish area. Came down and bounced off of there, and then came back and retested this 65,311. That was one of the main areas. That's actually it's a weekly close for our last all-time high. Last cycle. It's kind of important that we hold that area and get above it. Actually, this whole zone that we've been in between these red lines, this was the first top we had in Bitcoin, and this was the second top we had last cycle in Bitcoin, and we just been ranging between top prices, which really is bullish in my personal opinion as far as that aspect goes. I like that. That's some strength that, there might be a move. A lot of people, or not, I wouldn't say a lot of people. Let me get rid of this trend line here because it's a little misleading when I start talking about this other aspect. Some people are looking at this as a accumulation, a Wyckoff, a reaccumulation, and I've got a chart on, kind of like what we got going on Raw here. Oh look! If you got into this trade when we posted on our stream, you would be up, mate. We call this. I'm just being very YouTubey there. Keep that algorithm happy. Seems to like that. So nice. We use Fibonacci method to determine these accumulation and distribution zones here. And I think it did very well. We talked about that. It's not exactly the way Jason Casper does it, but it gets us in the same ballpark area right there. And what you can see that we got now, if we take a swing low to swing high, we've got a little retracement here, spotting some support. Looks like it found the majority of the support at the 50%. meaning we might be bouncing up. There's a nice wick to the 618 area. I think the fact that we didn't actually touch it is a little sign of strength there. Especially I go back and double check and make sure I've got my pulls right. And, you know, I've got you narrowed in and dialed in as much as I can there, baby. And but when I pulled the bigger fib, we came to a 236 fib area, right? When I pulled the big one on the other chart, right down to these areas. If we can stay above this area, we got a chance to have a really nice mega pump. And honestly, that's what I'm looking for to happen. It's not now. It's not going to happen tomorrow, but we've been following this, well, for the longest time. And I took it off of over here, but this is what we were looking and following on this channel for a long time, anticipating this move happening right here, and that's what we got. If we are in this phase of the market right here, in markup phase, because, you know, you get these big pull downs, some very big pull downs. This one's like 30, almost 40% there. Huge pull downs. Are we at those points? But this one wouldn't be like the mega pull down. This would be more like over in this area, in my personal opinion, before we get the big run up. And following this channel that we got, now the channel top, this line right here was just a copy of this angle, and I respect angles, one of the big things, and we're bouncing right off of that top of the channel there. Respecting it perfectly. I see a chance. I'm looking for the possibility of price to come back down, recess that channel area. That could be about 62,600 is what I'm getting here, somewhere in that area. 62.5, 66, 62.3. That could happen. I'm actually looking for it since we're in the middle of a Ichimoku cloud here, a little green cloud, because that price usually does a lot of up and downs and not fun stuff when you're in the middle of a cloud. A lot of times it'll spit you out to the downside. We don't want that. We don't want that. We want this line here to hold for support. I want to make this all nice, big, and thick. That's the main idea that I'm looking for. It also fits in very nicely with the Wyckoff reaccumulation theory. I guess I'm not going to make it all big and thick if I'm talking about Wyckoff. So with the Wyckoff reaccumulation theory, you're looking at a sequence of events where basically you're just trading a range. But for us to simplify it in pattern trading ideas, I'm going to get rid of some of these crazy measure moves and things. So we came up to an area right here, got some rejection. It looks like about a 618, which would be normal, dudes. It's normal. Didn't quite make it though, did we? Right in that area. I expect us to, you know, get a little rejection there. There's a good chance that we are working our way back up to the top. It's there. And, you know, the market makers may have us all scared, and we've got days, probably another week. I mean, each of these candles is a day, man. We got a whole week just on this move right here. So might we kind of jumble around in here? I don't think it's going to be a straight on move up. And matter of fact, if we're trying to look at a place where it might get rejected at, that's where the price will probably meet this trend line. So maybe we might kind of work our way up to about 68.8. It seems to be kind of a catch area at 68,800 for Bitcoin too. Not quite make it up to the sell zone, but maybe something like that. We can look at that. Let's see if we got any confluence to this angle here. A little. What if we gave it the confluence here? And then we put that over here. It still doesn't match up just perfect, but so close. I'm going to lean with that because we got more candles down here. So might we be looking about 68.8, somewhere through there? Maybe. I can see us maybe doing that. Maybe tomorrow might get price up there and then leave us hanging on the weekend like they always do to see how retail reacts. Yeah, sounds about something like they would do. but it falls within Wyckoff reaccumulation event, and it also falls within our pattern in our channel and just doing a standard retest. If both of those things can exist together, if that either one or both of those are happening, it basically just means that, you know, a reaccumulation up here, eventually there may be another spring. I'm hoping that this was it, but there may be a bigger pullback before, you know, Wyckoff reaccumulation takes off. We could see something like that. I don't like it because it weakens my trend line, and as a pattern trader, it just kind of freaks me out a little bit. It makes me get flip bearish. But it doesn't have to. It could do Wyckoff really well and just get two birds with one stone right there. And that's when you could actually, you know, you might see one of those crazy measure moves to 87.97. I am not calling for it. I'm not saying that's my call. My call is a range. I think that we're in a range at the moment, and then we're going to see what they're going to do. Remember, there is a shortage of Bitcoin. The FOMO, the fear, the FUD, it can downplay it, but there is a point when we look around and the big dogs and the other big dogs in the rest of the world, countries, whatever, need to buy some Bitcoin. And when they go to buy it and there's just not enough of it, number go up. What if there's a big old ransomware and some country has got to pay in Bitcoin? I don't know. Make Elizabeth Warren's panties wet, though. I'm pretty sure. I had an accident in the studio with no paper towels. It'll be all right. So altcoins, should we take a look at total 3 here? Look at our indexes, and man, I don't like this. I don't like it. We had a chance to break back. This is we're in a channel, man. We've already poked a hole in the door, man. It could have been a bear trap. Could have been. But if we break back below this trend line, well, that bear trap idea may be going somewhere. Now, I may need to take a closer look and see if we need to tighten up our trend lines. I got it going from a wick to candle bodies. Might want to adjust it for candle bodies only just to see what we got. Let's come on over here. Take a look at total 3 on the daily. Zooming out, it gives us a bigger picture anyway, better picture. In the macro view of this, you know, we're still in this megaphone pattern. Bounced off the bottom of it here. That's a good sign. I'm going to get rid of some of these lines here. This is a trend, the previous trend that we broke through, and that's going to be resistance for us whenever that we do come back up and try to touch that and test it. We'll put that one on the back burner. This one's just nothing here. This would be a great area for us to come back and retest, and it can definitely happen since, again, total 3 is also in one of those big clouds. That's a no trade zone if you're following the Ichimoku strategy. But a very good chance that we may see about $40 billion come out of the altcoins. It could happen. Doesn't have to, but it could. We need to be aware of that. We are headed toward the weekend. And retail is not quite here, but this is trickling in. We might have identified a downward channel. Now, this has a higher probability to break out than it does to keep breaking down. However, one thing that you will see with some channels is sometimes they need to do what we call partial decline. And that's basically, in this, it would be look like making a double bottom or something. Bouncing back off of this could be in play, or even just should actually see that. That's more of what I'm looking at to happen there. There is a chance that maybe we might catch somewhere around here and only lose about 20 billion, but we'll just have to see. But that just means our numbers go down. We did have this triple top that we were looking at. Obviously valid. Coming up for a bearish retest of that area if you're looking at it as that. And, you know, that can look kind of scary. The good news is that we've already met the measure move for it. The only thing is we want to make sure this is not a reversal top. And so we need to see at some point a higher high come in. And we're talking about billions, about $100 billion more dollars needs to come in with a breakout. So it's going to be a little trying, but there may be some opportunities if price does drop back down to get into some of those projects that, hey man, may have left you. And so you got to look at this as being a little bit more of a gift than being a curse, or just darn it, we're not getting at the wrong time, and any kind of thoughts like that, because it really is an opportunity. Some of these coins, some of the good coins, are still highly undervalued and in great accumulation zones. Some of them are still in some crappy zones where they've already ran up. I'll take a look at high 1109 right now. Here we are on the daily, and well, it ain't the time to get in on high. It's the time to think about paying yourself though and taking some profits. Just doing a nice little scallop shape here on the daily. Got a target up here that has not yet been reached. I did not draw a trend line up there, but it was 390 and also over at 469. And now that would make a nice little scallop that may, it very well could turn into the legendary cup and handle with a very nice rounded bottom. So we'd have to see. The price should be trying to work its way back up in these areas. It's a healthy sign if it does reach up there and you know, basically double top, come back down only a certain way, about 2/3 of the way down before making a move to the upside. Now, if you ever find a true cup and handle, they are legendary. The reason they're famous is because they have a high probability of playing out. And this one could be one, or it could also just be part of a bigger double bottom in the end. Ha, no pun intended. They all kind of play out the same. You got to measure move. That could, if there is an actual breakout of this, whether it is now or, you know, maybe a couple of months down the road as we come back and form a handle or some kind of pullback. But eventually the breakout would take us about $8.47 is what I got for a measured move there. We'll keep that there for a high. I likes it. See if we got any confidence with that measured move from this swing high to that swing low. Oh, right at the 50% mark. Love them bibs. They're pretty dang awesome. Nice accumulation that we got going on here. Now, this is the daily, and I know we're talking about it being high. Of course, you just had a big old pump. If you're looking to try to get in on this, well, there are some areas. She is currently in the old megaphone stage of development right here, meaning at some point, maybe 391, she's going to get a nice pullback. I would look to this little area right over here, about 262. You have to be patient for this move, and it may not even happen. But that would be a nice little area for it to come back and possibly do a partial decline, or maybe even just come back and touch the bottom of the trend line again. So high straight, looking interesting. But if you've been in it, well, depending on when you got in it, like if you got in during the breakout of a, say, an idea like this, catching the breakout there. It's when it was about $1.60, you would be up about 133% just right now. Not bad, not bad at all. Always nice on these bottoms for me. Turn back now to the chat, see what you guys are all up to. Oh, I got Joe. How's it going, Joe? Trading Twitch. Sorry, stream earlier today, Joe. I had to watch it later. Mr. Miles says, Road Dog, I don't know if you believe me, but I just saw an alien walking behind you before it was picked up by an old hippie van. There is a legend of a crashed UFO site somewhere around here. Something hidden military. I have heard the rumors. MG Motorsport, my only second stream on this channel. Still trying to learn your language, but finding it interesting. Well, now I gotta try to speak more clearly, and that's not a strength of mine. But I'm glad you're here, man. And if I need to re-explain anything, I'm happy to do it. Got the nighttime radio voice, though. Hey, appreciate that. Dave P, what's up? You guys get MexC airdrop? I've seen that ringing the bells today. So there's an airdrop on it. I don't know, man. Is it a meme coin? I'm assuming that it is. Am I just spelling it wrong? MexC. Okay. Let's take a look at it. Well, it's got a $212 million market cap already. So it's been out for how long? Wow, how do you get such a big market cap so soon? 2.5 cents. 8.888 billion total supply and maximum supply. And it looks like looks like they must have airdropped it out to everyone. And we've already determined that we got a $212 billion market cap. Interesting how that works. Solana, Radium, there's Orca. I got that on my list. Orca's doing terrible. Well, you're on MexC, so we can chat you. Let's take a look at it. So we got a 15-minute chart here. See if we can make any sense of this. A little something there. Some nice divergence there.
He was honoring Jesus with his rattlesnake there.
Hidden bullish.
Lord, couldn't you have given him one more chance? Bewildered Mary was part of the congregation too. She came flying down into the valley one day on a pale white horse with burning hooves. Reverend Jack, I didn't expect revelation to come so soon. Let's use that to enhance our message while we're pushing through. While we're pushing through.
Got some throwback type music tonight.
One late November night, there was a knock upon the church house door.
Something like a 2.8, maybe 3.1 cents that could, I mean, for higher targets if you want to shoot for a higher one.
Black, none of them had seen before. Oh, is that you, Gabriel? Reverend Jack said, would you like to come inside?
Yeah.
My name is actually Satan. Figure said my business been going down for a while.
So I'd say probably a good chance to get rejected up here at 2.8 cents, somewhere in that area, and come back down. But if she does get, get a bounce there, maybe her next target would be about 3.1. Interesting. Should be in a channel until one day it decides, hey, I don't want to be in channel anymore.
But thing is, after having seen your game, I really don't know what to say.
I don't know what to say.
Don't know what to say. Don't know what to. Ooh, don't know.
In the moment says, could you please look at Versus coin? Sure. What are ye, Versus?
You've been running my show way more efficient than I ever did. I don't know how you do it, but you have some real guts. Heaven forbid. So I decided to leave it to
Well.
you. And hell, I'm your biggest fan. You know, a devilish fire.
Having some problem with Versus.
Nothing to your systematic.
It's on BNB Smart Chain.
Devilish fire. So 1995. Devilish fire.
Let's see what we got over here.
So here we are.
Where did it go?
Jack on the ground, snake.
It's not there. Oh, there it is.
Where's it gonna go with a
It's a 1 hour candle.
There is left her
Oh, this is gonna be fun. It's a 1 minute.
She
What
took
the?
off into the
What have I
city
got here?
of her pale white horse on fire.
Oh. Oh.
On for Armageddon to
There's a bunch of dashes here that go forever.
regular dude by her side.
What are we doing? All right, clearly this one's not working out. Let's try this again. Versus BNB Chain. That is the only one that I got. It says 2 years ago? Liquidity $19. I gotta have the wrong one. Be the wrong one. Could you please look at Varus? I did it wrong.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Extra, extra, read all about it. Hot off the press, brand new news, front page. Who is this? All black on, real low key. Take a guess. I stand out from the
There we go.
rest.
VRSC is the ticker, right? Gotcha.
Only fear God with the fear God.
Thanks for a minute. We'll get it. $64 million market cap. Circulating supply is 76 million. Maximum supply is 83 million. So on Safe Trade,
Extra, extra,
I've used them.
extra, extra, read all about it. Extra, extra, read all about it.
Let's go back there for a second.
You verse me, I know you would never win. Rarely take a L, never been a fan. Added sense, top speed, rest is in the wind.
Let's, what is this? Varus Coin is a zero-knowledge technology privacy-oriented project working to offer public blockchains as service. Boss. Varus Coin introduces a new consensus algorithm called Proof of Power, a 50% proof of work, 50% proof of stake algorithm, which aims to solve weaknesses in other proof of stake systems. Okay, I like that. Or be provably immune to 51% hash tax, making Varus one of the most double spend resistant public blockchains running. Interesting. This one's been around since 2020. All right, let's try this one more time. I just had that ticker. VRSC. Not banned in crypto. So we just got to go over here. Safe trade looks like. There not much volume going on. It's like a $1,900 trading volume there, so she has very little exposure. So definitely not a trading coin, and I am not getting a chart on this one other than here. You really should take me to a chart. There we go. So if we come over to the daily and take a look at it, load up some information here. This goes all the way back to January 2023. So it looks like we're about at a 618 pullback. I mean, there's lots of ways we can look at this. Prefer that not to. Why are you in my way? Why are you there? Thank you. So, I mean, it definitely looks like a channel to me, and this is not working too good. There we go. And she might come down just a little bit more too. Wow. This looks like a good area for her to find support though. So what, about 78 cents? And that's what I think that is doing it. She's already came down and touched those wicks. That was a perfect support resistance flip right there. This would be the area I looked for. And that was what, 81, 7, around 80 to 86 cents. She may be bouncing there. She may come down to 71 if she wants to wick down. Things start getting bearish over the next few days, which kind of looks like, you know, they might want to. The trend line is not as groovy as I'd like. But basically, I just see a big channel. And we just put, I don't know where's the price stickers. Oh, we'll go with this thing. So we came back up to the top of the channel in that area, about 50% move. And if she broke up, getting back to her previous high, be 120%. And then I'm not going to break up the fib. We'll just do the move. We were on a 618. We should be looking about $2.38, 1-to-1 move there. And I can't draw. Really? Not going to let me draw a line? I'll do this. And that could be up to 185%. That's coming in at what, 243? Possible. It's kind of what happened here. Throw a little forensics. So we're kind of technically underneath the trend line, and that's about as good as I can get it right there. So yeah, this area at the top of the trend line right here, about 127. If I had to make a prediction, that little guy right there would be that would be it right at the top of that trend. We're about 125, 126. So that would be the first area of rejection right at the top of that trend line. 48%. Can we not get a price thing? Price label, there you are. Found you. So VRC, huh? But man, there's not very much volume. That could take, I don't know. I guess it just depends on when somebody wants to come in and make a good buy and just throw that price up there. Cool. Yeah, it was. Jackson, any idea how we can buy Cubic Safe Trade, this exchange that we're, well, right here. That's where I bought it. And Cubic, you can buy Bitcoin or Tether. And how's it doing lately? She's had a pullback like everything else, huh? So when did I can't remember when I bought this one. It may be coming back around to the price I bought it at. I've got it stored on the wallet. And so prices at decimal, and how many zeros is that? 5 zeros. Prices at 46.37 right now, and it could come on back down and test these areas about 37.72, 38. There's probably a trend line here with I mean, this is how I would do it. I would watch this trend line and see if we come back down here to retest this area for a bounce. That's at 38.86. Some good places to get in, I think. This one may be one of the dark horses in AI, and that's why I wanted to get a taste of it and just pile her away. So, and she went up to from where she was 2406 to 12,583, and I feel like a dumbass now because I didn't take any profits up there. That was 400% gain. Could have at least moonbagged it. But give this one time and maybe she'll turn into something, and if not, well, then I invested what I'm willing to lose. All right, I think I got SBO says XLM. Coinbase is good for that. It's been there for a while. Ooh, we're into 12 cents again, aren't we? Wow. Man, all the altcoins just gave up all those juicy gains, which, if you got dry powder, some of them are in some good spots. Think about nibbling. That's a little concerning to me right here. I think that's it. Let's see. I'll just go by my rule this time. Well, I'm on a 15-minute chart. Come on. What the hell am I on a... Well, I'm on a 15-minute chart. Zoom the freak out. Oh, she came back into the juicy little bargain zone there. She went down to 9 cents. I missed that. I wasn't paying attention to that. Well, on the daily, actually, that's not bad. She can recover from this. I mean, do look for these areas around 10.5 cents, around through there, maybe all the way back down to 10 cents to be retested. But just looking at our moving averages, how they're stacked on top of each other, they're stacked up on like they should be. And to me, that means that we can recover pretty easy from this and just, bounce on along. That's what they say, but you've also got this trend line here, so don't get too crazy. Because wherever the top of that trend line is going to be a little bit of a headache. So yeah, we might kind of recover from getting price back above the 200. It looks like that part's going to be fairly easy for it to do, but getting above 13, 14, breaking this trend line, may have some work cut out for it. I see a lot of things doing sideways and just not much, and possibly down. For altcoins, I expected that, and it's happening just a little sooner than I thought, because I've been preaching about that top area, total 3 for a minute, over a month now, I think. But Bitcoin, watching that one closely there. I do think that we got a chance for it to bounce, and if it bounces, and not anytime soon, it's got to stumble around for a little bit. Then it can help our altcoins out. But man, did we take a look at dominance? It's just kind of hanging out there, right? Wow. Total the other index right here, other dominance. That's what it is. It's kind of another take on total 3. No, she's not looking healthy at all, man. That one looks like she's losing. And this is all the market caps for everything, excluding the top 10. So you got stable coins out of the way on most of them, and other stuff on others. And I like to look at it too, just to give us another look at the market. And man, we're flirting with it. Flirting with that drop, but there's that 3.618 fib extension, and then above it, which we have not hit yet, is a 618 total fib from the macro pull. We didn't quite make it up there, but we did nail that 3.618. Meaning she needs to chill out, or it's usually what happens after that. Let's see, we've got a little information that I've not been paying attention to. Let's see, from the bottom here, we did that, and take it there. Okay, oh, looky there. All right. That is actually helpful. I forgot to zoom out on this particular chart. And there it is. Yeah, still the same things that we're talking about, though. About another 45 billion possibly coming out of the market. Sucks. But we are at an interesting level right here. There's a slight chance maybe it'll hold it, but slight chance it'll break it too. Just keep your eyes on that. If we hold it and bounce, hey man, I'm all for it. I'll say go for it. Go for it. But she wants to come back down, then I got a plan to buy some more on some cheaps. I just got to figure out which ones I'm trying to position over into a little bit more heavy. We got Tau. She's at a discount. Bit Tensor. She's hanging around $4.50 right now. I mean, 450. Still looking for a possibility for Tau to come down to, let's move these things over. She's already hit that one a couple of times at 430. I've got that as just kind of a warning area. 386 could happen, man, but if it did, it's getting into some, I'm getting into some scary territory when we start breaking trend lines. So I'm kind of looking around 420. Yeah. Woo, 420 for Tau. So a nice area to look and see if she gives you a little bounce there. Help you memorize that. Striga says Bitcoin didn't like that 65K. Well, I don't know. We're at what, 64.3 now? Grimmer says high back token. Max supply is 6 million. Circulating supply is 6 million. The KuCoin coin. These are still NFT plays, right? I'm taking your strategy is to get them while they're beat down in case they do a big comeback. Which it worked for them over here, man. When that stuff popped up, some of those things went crazy, man. This token was 8 and 10 cents before, and it's sitting at, you can get 5 of them for a penny right now. So yeah, people were making money off of these. It's just the NFT craze has got to come. Oh, that's kind of, oh, okay. Let me have jumped up. Okay. Getting ahead of myself here. Rest of the WikiWix. Didn't quite make it there. Are you difficult? That's about as close as we'll get to the trend line. Looks a little better, but let's fib it. Let me do this again. I've got some negative fibs there. I want to do it this way. And we got a negative 50 and a 0. And I would be looking at the 0 for your target right there. Because it's likely to get rejected right there at 6.4 and then kind of have to figure its life out a little bit. And then we got this giving us a little bit of confluence. Now she can bump up a little bit. But she nailed this one pretty good. So 0.0065 area is kind of what I'm actually getting. Even on up to the top of this wick could go to 0.007, but it's interesting. That's an interesting play, but it looks like it could be bottoming here. She's regaining the 9 moving average on the daily, so I take that as a good sign. That's the first signs of a turnaround in my personal opinion. She tried it here, played around, and now it looks like we're trying to move up to reclaim the 21. There is a thickening cloud here, so signs are looking good to me that we got the start of a turnaround. I'd like to see it stay above the 9 moving average. How's it looking on the 4 hour? Above the 9 here too. So it looks like she's trying to reclaim a little bit. And she might have to come back and touch these areas at 0.001718. May have to, but here on the 4 hour, I mean, we've got this going on, and then it looks like, ooh, it's starting to get a little of a parabola or a little of a curve going on here. Some people might call this a shoulder, head and shoulder, and it could be. I mean, when you get a channel, that's one of the things that you could see, or something very similar to it when you get a reversal from a channel. That's cool. So I'd be looking for this one to start regaining some ground here. The 1 hour is looking kind of bitching. 1 hour is doing everything it's supposed to do above the 200. So that's a good start for a nice one. And you could also, well, it's just going to take you up here to this area. 0.0039, also another good target to look at. So what would that look? Oh, that's pretty good. Pretty good. 66% gains up to that area. And beyond. Wow, Crypto says, Gary! Let's take a look at Gary. I guess we'll do KuCoin. Okay, she's still... Oh, we can tighten that up, though. Where am I at? The 1 hour? Zoom out. Always zoom out. Jeez, I got so many... I just moved that.
Life is walking through the mud, I'm battle tested.
Don't need it.
Can't complain, I can't debate on who the best is. Over time, don't really care about who next is. Man, all right now.
So Daily still in the channel, got rejected, and now we're trying to find support. Got this little trend line that it looks like it's going to come back and try to retest, and that could be down at 0.019. Could be, because it seems to have lost that. Now, some people might see that as a flag, and you know, you'd be quick to say down to 0.013, but you do have that trend line that should give you some nice supporty there. So these moving averages are starting to squeeze together, and if they start crossing, that's not so great. Horizontally, you got to get up above that area. Because it just lost it, and it is flipping. So, well, what was support now to resistance? And technically, man, yeah, you could be coming down all the way down here. I think we talked about this before. Like, if we didn't get that breakout, that we could be coming up for another. However far down it wants to go, it could come all the way back down here. Could also come back down to these areas that we got marked over here. Like most everything, they're just going to be some down and sideways for a minute. But as long as she's below the 200 moving average, you know, expect more down. Until we get back above that, I mean, that's the only thing that's going to start giving you the gains and the things that we hope to see. But it's a good project. But remember, it's just in. If it's something you believe in, I mean, you're getting it in at the right price. If you're trying to find something just going to make a quick buck, this ain't the one, because this one's going to take a while to accumulate. Crypto 420 says if it hits that, I'll DCA heavy. Crypto 420 says I was thinking about dumping some cash for Tau. Then again, I want to become a shark, so decisions. There are some tubers that would say, "Are you mental? Casper, you got to sell your Casper? Did you fall onto a stupid dagger?" I've heard them say all kinds of things. Do whatever's best for you, but Tau is at a cool price. Did we look? I think we looked at Tau, right? We're going to look at Tau. Did we look at Tau? I can't remember. There are only two projects in crypto that gave me that. This is a very special tingle. Bitcoin itself and Caspa. Yeah, Mr. Miles might not take her too nicely to people selling Caspa. Once KRC 20 comes out, I got a few memes I want to create on Caspa. Oh, you got Flux too, Miles? Did we take a look at Caspa? How's she doing? My little miner is still mining away, but it doesn't mine near as much as it did when I got her just probably what, 2.5 months ago, 2 months ago? That's always the story of miners. They hardly ever. It's always just a slow decline in whatever they get you. So far, I've had a pretty good lookout. The only thing that I have not been able to get to work is my dang helium hotspot. It's just a freaking paperweight. It did a heartbeat and then it just doesn't do anything. I can't get it to connect, to act like it's alive or anything. It just lights up and sucks up electricity and doesn't pay me anything. So it's officially a paperweight now. Caspa's finding some support here on the daily 200 moving average. That's cool. What's been finding it there. Lost the 9 moving average again. That sucks for you, Caspa. 13.2 cents is going to be a headache for you in that area. That sucks seeing that. You need to get above this trend line, Caspa. So this is not really the greatest trend line in the world. But our other options aren't much better. Man, there's so many different ones. Oh, that... Well, alrighty then. You need to go to the angels, Caspa. Oh, you touched the 886? Girl, you should have that in. To me, I think that is a good sign, but it's not a good sign being on this trend line, so you got to kind of weigh that in. But getting a bounce off the 886, that's usually about as low as they go if you're in a, you know, an uptrend. If not, then you're looking at this 127, and that's nasty. So the 200's holding, bouncing off of that. Maybe I would love to see you do a bear trap and just come back into that pattern. That would be awesome. But truth be told, you're probably, I mean, I know, you know, we're connecting these dots, but we didn't quite make it back up there. So it's time to start looking at a secondary trend line. So we'll put the main one kind of on a little bit of a back burner, because I think we might actually find the angle that we're looking for. Or find the angle I'm looking for. I'll find the angle I'm looking for. Whatever you're trying to say. If we pay attention to these tops. So I'm gonna, because that's where we got our most solid information right now. Daily. Candle body top, wick, candle body top. I think that's fairly tight. Let's extend that out so we got a nice long line that I can just not have to draw. So if I'm looking for a channel, I am looking for this angle here. And I think we got it. And I think that kind of spells it out a little bit better than what I had before. So I'm going to lay this so it touches right over here, right underneath these candle bodies. And that does a really good job spelling it out. It gets those wicks. It even got some stuff back there, but it spells out our support resistance flip here, where we broke out of this channel, and technically we're barely retesting it. I hate to bear the bearer of bad news, but there always is that chance that, you know, you can keep on coming down unless you want to, yeah. Listen, the most bullish thing that we could see, and what we really need to see, is for it to break back in here and then start going batshit crazy. What we're in danger of is for that to be the retest, and then us break through the 200 and start coming back down to 9 and 8.4, which would be great places to add it to your bag. Oh Lord. Yeah, we'll just we'll kind of keep that there. But remember, we bounced off of 886 from this move here. That's cool. That's cool. That could be what we need. So you just have to be cautious. So we're on the 4 hour sucks. I'm just saying, 4 hour looks rough. If you want a line in the sand, right there you go. If it breaks, I would be looking for more downside. It's one of those rising kind of patterns that tend to break, but we did take it from the WikiWix. I didn't go candle bodies, but it's just kind of horizontal that way. I'm not helping you out, am I? The 4 hour looks bearish, man. Moving averages are not happy there. Daily looks hopeful. So I put more weight on the daily for hopeful, but 4 hours out to wreck it. Either way, I buy if she comes cheaper, because that's my game plan and what I'm set up to do. So it just sucks that everything's going cheaper before it goes up. I keep telling myself I'm going to take out more profit, but I'm measuring myself by my strategy, and I've got to say I've sucked at taking profit out for the last 2 months. I've done better each month than before, but I'm still not. I'm not peeling it out like I'm supposed to. It's not, and a lot of it has to do, you know, with the market pulling back. So it means I should have pulled out more when we were up, right? Fine tuning this little mess. We all got to do it. Joe says, for the helium miner, you have to take out the cartridge and blow in it, and then it'll work. To throw it against the wall. Road Dog's missing all the alpha in the chat. Look at Cash on the weekly, though. It makes me feel things in my naughty places. I like the cloud. I don't like us losing our moving averages there. There are some cool things. I like the stochastics being down. If we just pulled this up, that's some bearish divergence on the wave there. And yeah, on our RSI, that's why we're getting a lot of this. Now currently, ooh, that's cool. Currently, there's some hidden bullish divergence there on the weekly, but you know, the only thing about hidden bullish divergence is that it can be canceled out if price just keeps coming down. What I will say is on the weekly, there has not been a cross of the 9 over the 21, so that gives us some hope that it could be recovered. After it crosses, I'm not as hopeful anymore. Honestly, I like the daily better than I do the weekly, just to be honest with you. I like the daily chart better than I do the weekly. The daily gives me more hope than the weekly, because the daily is above the 200 and we're, hey. And it just looks like we have a little bit better chance to maybe at least come back up to 13.3. Oh, man. Not trying to say anything bad about Cash, but just trying to keep it real. She need to do something really bullish, or else she could go on discount with probably a lot of other coins too. AIOZ, another one I got my eye on here. She's on discount. She was up to 106. And I don't know if I nailed this or not, if that was there before, but the rule of the game is, the YouTube rule of the game is, if I'm anywhere close, or if I can just, you know, get away with it. Nailed it! If you'd been watching on my stream. Thursday, March 7th, you could be a millionaire too. My favorite is when they give the TA, like for live trading or whatever, but they don't take the trade themselves. Don't take the trade themselves. But then 5 minutes later, if it happens to start playing out, who took this trade? Who took this trade with me? After it's like, it's just crazy. It's crazy. YouTube, I find it, I think things are not as bothering me as much as they did before. Now I'm just starting to find the humor in it anymore. I'm just like, that's so cool. And that's probably a good thing for my sanity too, because that stuff got to me there for a while. Tell me something, boy. So I don't like that we're in this cloud, man, for AIOZ. So looks like she's going to be cheaper too. Now here's one, and I think I'm probably the only channel that ever talks about it anymore, Satoshi VM, when lots of people were talking about it at first before they dumped it all. That pissed me off. Looked like she's making a comeback, and now we're just coming back. So we've been in a range. Honestly, on this little guy, when we get back up and I'm in profit somewhere, if we come back around 10 to 11, I think I would be exiting my MexC position on it, and then I've got a moon bag of it just in case anything ever happens with it. But I don't know, maybe she'd do something, maybe not, but I think it's very interesting how these coins are so awesome all over Twitter, and there were some bigger names talking about this one. Ain't heard a damn thing about it since this. I mean, where's all that great technology? It's still there. They're still doing something, but you know, are they as good as what they claimed, or you know, why did they forget about it? I'll wonder. Anyway, she may come down to $3 again. That would suck, but it's on the possibility there. Satoshi VM, and that's the thing that you will see in this cycle, and this will not be the last time that you will see coins and people come out shilling about the greatest new thing, and then it's like it's their top coin pick ever until whatever is released or whatever happens, and then what coin? There were some bigger names doing that. I was really serious. I'm kind of disappointed in both of them, and I've never really heard them address it. Mr. Miles says, Road Dogg, are you excited to pay taxes on unrealized gains? I am never excited to pay taxes. Never, never, never. So I had an interesting situation. When was it? 2 years ago? Yeah, federal tax was taken care of, which was a huge chunk. Yeah, you're welcome, Vladimir or Zelensky or whoever. I'm sure you got a bunch of it. But then I also had to turn around and pay state tax. I came from a state that we didn't have a state income tax. So, yeah, my head wasn't in the game on that. Well, that was not very well planned for, so I had to go sell some stocks and stuff like that to cover that. And that just sucks because, well, to pay taxes, I had to go make another taxable event to get enough money to pay those taxes, and that just pisses me off. We're not going to tell you how much that you owe us. You have to figure that out, but if we don't like it, we're going to ruin your life and make you pay more. I say they should just quit taxes, just print it all away. Hell, why do we need taxes if you're just going to keep printing? You really don't. I mean, hell, I think everybody's going to leave the country if you they start doing some of the things that they're talking about doing. Let's get these communists out of there. They're killing us. Socialist, whatever, get them out. Free markets, capitalism, that's what made us successful. And I don't know, wouldn't it be cool if we had like lawmakers that didn't actually have to make laws? It's like we send them there and like they're like, I need to make a law. But it's like every law you make takes the freedom away. How about we just don't make laws? How about we try to find those stupid laws and let's get them out? Let's like remove stupid laws. I want a congressman that goes up there and cleans up the law books, gets the stupid out and puts some smart in. And instead they just keep making stupid laws that take away all of our freedoms every freaking year. Just can't do this now, can't do that now, can't, that's just. So let's check out or AI, because she's down a little bit too. She's not down too bad. I mean, she's been down to like 175 when I was buying her up as much as I could. So her being down to 1077 is not bad. She got all the way up to, ooh, baby, $20. Love you. This one I have got staking and working DeFi, and this is one of my longer term plays, and I know I worked a little DeFi stuff when it was up there, but I haven't sold this one yet. Yeah, I don't want taxable gains. I don't want short-term gains either. So that's something that's not talked about a whole lot, but trust me, you will have to address that at some point and figure that out. And if you listen carefully to this, if you pay attention to some of these guru guys, listen, a lot of them are not calling them gurus or professional traders, or they're not out there trying to shield a trading group. If you're doing those things, that kind of puts you in a special category with me, where I'm going to address that crap. Yeah, we're going to talk about. Yeah, that tax return will tell the truth about where that money come from. I'm just saying. But anyway, I forgot my point. Probably rambling. Or Shane is at 1076. So you're coming down maybe to $10, 1010. Ooh, that was a hell of a megaphone pattern, wasn't it? She broke to the upside and then broke back into it and slammed to the bottom. That's what I would expect from you. Hope you keep it though, because if you break this one, it sucks. This one can do some damage, man. I'd like to see her get back up to $38. Still, when you take a big look at this, if we can trust these swing highs up here and swing lows. Oh, wow, that's cool. I didn't realize that we were above it. We're above what I call an accumulation zone. In my strategy, anything below the 236 fibs are considered accumulation, and you could also consider anything above, technically somewhere around the 786. You want to be a little tighter on it, the 886 as distribution areas. It's an easy way just to make all this crazy nonsense more simple. In my world anyway, and hopefully it resonates with some of you guys. All right. See what you guys are up to, man. It's about time for me to turn into a pumpkin. Crypto 420 says Tapsies or taxes. What's that? A new crypto? Buy the hottest new meme coin, taxes. Yeah, no, it's interesting, they can't call it, they can call this cryptocurrency, but they can't treat it as currency. If it's a currency, I think that puts it, I don't know, I'm not so sure that you can tax that as easily. Like, I'm not clear on all the Forex and stuff like that, but doing an exchange, like when you change your dollars for pesos, you're not owing Uncle Sam a bunch of taxes on that or whatever. You know, we're supposed to be able to do an exchange, and then we have the exchange rates or the values. And crypto should technically fall into that. So when I trade my Bitcoin for Ethereum, they got to reel it in some way to the dollar system so that they can tax the hell out of you. And if you're a citizen, well, they kind of already got their hooks in you anyway. It's much easier to distract Doug than it is Chester. True that, man. I got the A to the D to the D. It's a good thing Bitcoin is regulated as property because the government can't ban it. Then I wouldn't put it past them to try to do the same thing they did with gold. I don't know, man, but the only way that they can ever get it is to find some clever way to hack it, or you got to give it up. Well, they don't have to hack it. If you're careless with your seed phrases and like write them down and stick them off in a drawer, nobody's going to find it, right? Well, yeah. Baby, when they start searching for something, they tear everything all up. But I like this. Tangem wallets. Give them a nice little plug right there. I like the option of not having a seed phrase. I need to get me some more cards. US can't ban gold, but they can seize it. No, they definitely can seize it. They can seize any dang thing that they want to because they got the guns. And that's the truth of it. They'll figure out the law later. Ooh, and they are very clever. They're very creative in attaining their goals. That's just what I've noticed. And let's see, Dimension airdrop. Man, that was such a good airdrop. Man, had some hoping targets up here. If she ever did make that move, and she did not, man. That looked, was that a 618? Ah, it wasn't. It wasn't, but it is now. Huh. Did I take you from, I might have took you, that makes more sense. I took it from Candle Body because the wick was just kind of too crazy. And, well, it held at 618 for a long time until no longer. That sucky sucks. Okay, so let's clear this off. That was based on this being a 618. Now looks like we got the actual 618 counted from the wick to the top. If it holds, such is life. Jeez, this is the daily and you're below the... Now we gotta pay attention to this area for Dimension. Man, I've been just waiting for some juicy prices back up here to get rid of, you know, a little bit more of my airdrop. I got most of it taken, but, you know, I was trying to just nibble out some profit, and then we just started going on a decline, so I didn't quite get all of that amount liquidated. Man, if you come down to 213, this is, we're getting into modular blockchains and things, and Dimension actually looked like a really cool project. Had one of the best airdrops that I've been involved with this cycle anyway. It's over on Cosmos Ecosystem. I do like that. But if we can bounce off this 618 area, then we got a target not at 1209. But we need this bounce here for this to happen. That's why I had to erase the other ones, because that 618 did not happen. So all of that setup is totally invalidated. This one, not calling it a setup, but this is just a Fibonacci 1-to-1 move. And it looks like we got a chance that we could bounce here. If we do, then there's $12 would be on the table. We'll put it that way. And well, it's like right there. Nails it right there. Good old dimension. Strega says gold is just star poop. And you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Well, guys, it is 12:13, and it's time for me to turn into a pumpkin. I don't feel like I covered very many coins tonight. Maybe I was a little out of focus. We went over AIOZ. I think we took a look at Orca. If we did, I don't know. Orca sucks. It's down at $2 and something. Dimension, Satoshi VM. I think I got all the requests that was asked over here. So, guys, I'm going to bid you a good night and come back tomorrow. But let's take one more look at the market here. We're down to 64,250. Let's see how bad Road Dogg sucks with his analysis. Sir, I'm still sticking with this is bouncing off a channel, and we have a good possibility to actually come out of this after a lot of congestion. That's what this is my take on it for long term. This is my call, I guess you would say. I'm expecting either a bounce or maybe just continue up where we are. But I think we got to break out in a retest and we can go up. That's what I'm looking for. If we break back into this white line, then that's out the window for me. I'm going to seriously reevaluate that and turn bearish and say I never said that. No, I'm not going to do that. The secret thing to being a success in YouTube, from what I've observed, is that you never talk about anything that you get wrong, and you just keep on talking about the few things that you get right. Trust me, when you see them make a big move, they will not shut up about it for a long time. And you know, this doesn't happen as often as you claim, does it? Because you're too excited about it. It's interesting. We're all out here just trying to make it. We're all out here just trying to do it. So, God help us all in that, because we need all the help we can get to avoid all the crap that the governments are trying in the world. Every government everywhere. I don't trust a dang near one of them. I'd like to see Bitcoin on the daily regain its non-moving average, and that is very plausible. Non-moving average is coming in at 64,581. Not too far away from it. We can regain it. It would be good if we did. And then we can start working on the 21. It's hard to read the cloud. Technically, it's not great. It will technically usually spit us out to the downside, especially if there's a little bit of a red showing here. But there are those anomalies when things are really bullish, where you can bounce off of it. It's not usually what you see happen, but it can. But the situation's got to be something bullish has got to be going on, and you know, this would have been is that right? January 2024. This would have been the announcement for the ETFs. How crazy the announcement they had to sell off, and then we took off to the moon. Had to get that price in, right? I can't remember that. Maybe that's when they started trading. I don't know, but that's a big sell off there. How convenient. Grayscale. How convenient. So tomorrow is Friday. Remind you that we're going into the weekend, usually a low liquidity, and so I'm just curious to see what they're going to do. I am really curious. I don't see it on the daily, but I wouldn't be surprised if they just run us all the way back down here and just leave us hanging like, ah. But what I'm picking up on the 4 hour is it's starting to look a little bullish. So where are they going to park us tomorrow? Where could you park us to leave us? So the only place I think that would scare us and leave us confused is to take us down here to 62.3. I'm not seeing a sign of that happening just yet, though, because I can't imagine bringing us up to the upside would keep us scared. Interesting. We'll have to see what they do. Usually about 6 in the morning, you can start getting a feel about what they're getting ready to do. And those crazy Europeans hitting the markets. And then when America comes in, you know, we kind of drive it home. Whatever the freaking agenda is. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. And I will see you on the next one. Go back and alter all your old video titles to 100% accurate. Oh, I'm too lazy to even do that. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I'll see you again tomorrow night. We'll try to get something for the membership streams coming up soon. All right. Trade carefully, man. Get ready for the weekend.
Come on, come here, boy. Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze. Every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like you're so ice, ice, ice. You won't make it to the finish line. Now if you gotta know the truth was gonna let you go. You was fine, never mind, unpredictable. Feet eye off the ground, you ain't no one. You a star, blow it up like supernova. In the nighttime, hit my hotline. Sharing secrets you wish really was part your life. Basic bullets, with no bullets.
If you just stumble across the channel, it's probably because somebody hit that like button before. And for those of you who hit that like button, comment, subscribe, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.